Hi everyone on YouTube. My name is Randy. I'm the Sophos tutor, and we are doing questions that we find on Reddit. This time, this is from the Reddit homework help chat here. So this question, we're actually dealing with number 12, and this involves arithmetic series. So let's read the question. In arithmetic series, the 12th term is 15. So let's go ahead and write the 12th term. We're going to write 15 on the side here. We know we have a bunch of other terms before that. And we know that the sum of the first 15 terms is equal to 105. And now we're looking for the sum of the first 3 terms. Okay? So let's consider how we got the sum of these 15 terms. We know that if we are finding the sum of n terms in an arithmetic series, we know we can find them by adding the first term to the nth term and then multiplying that by n divided by 2. Okay? Now, how do we find the a sub n term at any given moment? Well, we know that we can get the nth term by taking the first term and adding the difference to that term n minus 1 times. So if we replace that into a sub n, we know that n terms is going to equal to a sub 1 plus a sub 1 plus d times n minus 1 times n over 2. Okay? So what does that tell us here? Well, there are a couple of ways that we can substitute into these formulas. First of all, we know that the 12th term is equal to 15. So that means a sub 12 has to equal a sub 1 plus whatever d is times 12 minus 1, and this should equal 15. So therefore, a sub 1 plus 11d is equal to 15. Okay, so we know that for now. We also know that if n is equal to 15, that is, in this case, equal to 105, this is going to equal 2 of a sub 1 plus d times 15 minus 1 all times 15 divided by 2. So if we do a little bit of math here, we multiply by 2, this will equal 210. That gets rid of the 2. Now if we divide this thing by 15, we'll divide, if we divide 3, that gets to the 5, this becomes 70. 70 divided by 5 is equal to 14. Make sure I did that right. Yeah, by 14, right? So this has to equal, this 14 has to equal 2 a sub 1 plus 14d. We can reduce this by dividing this whole thing by 2. So we get 7 is equal to a sub 1 plus 7d. We can now bring this equation into this system, a1 plus 7d is equal to 7. You see now that we have a system of equations. So now we can go ahead and subtract the bottom equation from the top equation. That will now give us 4d is equal to 8, and therefore we know our difference is equal to 2. With our difference equaling 2, we now get, we'll plug into the first equation, a sub 1 plus 7 times 2 is equal to 7. A sub 1 plus 14 has to equal 7. A sub 1 therefore has to equal negative 7. So now that we have our a sub 1 and we know our d, we can now go ahead and plug into this S sub n equation. Actually, I should rewrite this S sub n equation as 2a sub 1 plus d times n minus 1 times n over 2. So, going back up here, I apologize for bouncing around a bit. S sub 3. Well, actually, we can probably just make it simpler, right? The first term is negative 7. The next term should be negative 5, because we're adding 2 to it. And the third term should be negative 3. So this should equal, what, negative 5 times 3? And so our answer should be negative 15. Now, just to be certain, let's go ahead and actually count all the terms, because this is the third term, right? Let's go all the way up to the 12th term, and let's see what we get. So this is the first, this is the second, this is the third, okay? 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Fourth term is negative 1, fifth term is 1, sixth term is 3, seventh term is 5, eighth term is 7, ninth term is 9, 10th term is 11, 11th term is 13, 12th term is indeed 15, which checks out. All right. I guess we could go on to the 15th term. So this is the 13th term, the 14th term, and the 15th term. I guess if we added all these up, we should get 105. So as we learned before, we can do this by adding the first term and the last term. So the first term is negative 7 plus 21. And then we're going to multiply this by 15 divided by 2. So we should get 14 times 15 over 2. This should equal 7 times 15. 7 times 1 is 70, plus 7 times 5, which is 35, and that indeed gets us 105. So it seems like everything checks out. So therefore, I'm pretty confident that the sum of the first three terms is equal to negative 15. Hi, this is Randy with Sophos Tutor, and just want to say thank you for clicking on this video. If you want to support the channel further, please like the video, subscribe to Sophos Tutor, and post all of your comments and suggestions below. Thank you so much.